Okay, the recording started for the Special Projects Building Committee, July 27th, 5:15 p.m.
Okay. We'll go to the first item on the agenda, which
all in favor?
We're not there yet. The school
Hello?
safety. School safety.
Hello.
And,
all right. It's Sal.
Sal. Yeah, that's Sal. You can give us an update.
Hello, Sal. This is Tom Hibbert. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Tom. We're just taking care of a piece of business before the school roof. That's Tom Hibbert, everybody. That's the architect for the Osborne Hill school roof joining us.
Right. He's going to join us at the, okay.
Yep. School security project. We've gathered our punch lists together through Mr. Cerrone for 3 of the projects, Sherman, and each of the high schools. They have been given to the town attorney, who is in communication with New England Glass Armor's attorney, Mr. Porto. And the last that we heard was we threw out some dates so that we can have a conference call on this. And I have not, we haven't firmed up on that. And it'll probably be sometime later this week is what I'm suspecting. And it's just a matter of getting New England Glass Armor to take care of the final items. And it's unfortunate that we have to do that through attorneys.
Okay. All right, that's it for you, Sal, on that. Gerald, got anything further on that?
And then I think for item B, for 2B, I believe Gerald has some invoices.
Yeah, no, okay. Okay. I see one of the invoices. Well, actually, I'm looking at a purchase order from the town for $3,700. That's correct, right, Gerald?
Yes. Yes. So we have, well, on the one for the special projects, this is the one for the school construction. We have the item for Phil Cerrone is under this group is we issued a PO to Phil to do the inspections. We had basically 2 inspections set up for each of the schools, the two high schools and then 1 elementary school. Phil's only performed 1 site visit at each of the schools. So the invoice before you is for $1,850, and that's for the field visits and reports for Fairfield Ludlow High School, Fairfield Ward High School, and Roger Sherman Elementary School. So it was $650 each for the 2 high schools and $550 for Roger Elementary School. So the total of the invoice is $1,850.
All right, so basically half of what the purchase order from you guys. All right, so I have the invoice open in front of me. It's invoice number 1964, and I'm going to recommend. Sure.
Those reports, that's what the attorneys are looking at and using as a basis for completion, I assume?
Yes. So what we did is we had there's quite a bit of data. So we had Phil Cerrone compiled data, and then Sal and I compiled data, and we forwarded those materials to the town attorney, and he in turn has forwarded them to New England Glass Armor's attorney. And what we did is we sent the information to them. We said, you guys can review this and then get back to us with time and dates of when you want to go over the materials. And that's what Sal alluded to, that they have not gotten back to us with that.
Okay. But I just want to double check because this is basically half of what we agreed to pay Phil Cerrone. Before he comes back, is anybody going, assuming they come back and say, okay, we're going to have all this done by, September 1st, and then September 1st comes and they say, yeah, we did it, which we've heard many times, will somebody be looking before Phil Cerrone goes out and does another inspection on each place to see if, in fact, they have completed some of the work or whatever. I'm just trying to avoid having to go back and do another purchase order for Phil Cerrone.
Yeah, so Jane, I think what's going to happen is this is New England Glass Armor's attorney. He's actually asked for a walkthrough, so I'm guessing that, to your point, is that we'd probably end up doing like 2 walkthroughs. One is initially, here's all the things that need to be done, and then when Al comes back and says, yeah, I've done all these things, I think we'll be walking basically in the building again with the attorneys again, just to validate that he has in fact done everything.
Right, but are we paying Phil Cerrone to do that like another 3 times? That's my question.
Right, so what we did is we basically got 2 visits out from Phil. So the first visit was at the amount that we're paying tonight, and so we have money in the budget for a second visit for him to go back.
Right, I understand.
And do that. Right.
Exactly. So that's why I'm asking the question. So will there be some sort of a verification before Phil comes out for those second visits? Because that's all the money we've allotted at this point, and I just want to know that we're not going to waste his time as they've done before.
Right.
Not that your time and the attorney's time and Sal's time isn't important. I don't mean to imply that. It just means
No, I hear you. But so I guess we'll have to see that this. I'm thinking, unfortunately, we're probably going to have all parties in again on the second time. I'll defer to Sal if he has another thought. But to your point, Jane, is he keeps saying he's doing stuff. We send Phil out there. Nope, he didn't do that. So I'm not sure how we can mitigate that without really having someone else. And this someone else happens to be Phil Cerrone. He's the one who's been going out now.
Can somebody take a look before Phil Cerrone comes out to see if
I would
maybe
defer
not
to
every
Sal
single thing,
to see. Right.
Is that possible, Sal? Again, I don't mean to make like
I understand where you're going. I understand where you're going, but it will be. I will take a look at some of the rudimentary things. I mean, because he's missing some things that are like blatantly apparent. So
right. I guess that's what I'm asking. Would it be possible to do a check prior to bringing Phil out, and if those blatantly apparent things are still not done, to not bring Phil out until we think they're actually done? I wouldn't expect that you're going to check everything on the list, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I understand what you're saying, and I'll take a look, and and that's also part of the back and forth that we've had with this attorney, not our attorney, with their attorney, is that he wants to redefine the way that a construction project is done. It's like, well, let's negotiate this. My client says this, that, the other thing, and let's make an agreement. Let's agree with this. And my answer and Phil Cerrone's answer was, make a submittal to the architect at requesting this change. There's a lot of little details to this, and he was requesting a change on something. It was like, well, follow the process, the AIA process. Submit it to the architect with your backup, and the architect will make a decision. It's not something to negotiate. We're not renegotiating. We're not redoing the way that a construction project is done.
Right.
For the past 50 years under AIA documents. So we're also fighting that one. So yes, I will take a look to make sure that we're not going to send that Phil out there to waste his time again.
I mean, or if
I can interrupt, just to shed a little bit more light on this, we had some discussion about backcharging New England.
That was my next question, Rich, was if we already have the lawyers involved anyway, they should be paying for any more inspections beyond what we've agreed to with Phil Cerrone. I mean, at this point, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was exactly what our intent. That's on the record. We're going to be reducing his final payment by the whatever Phil Cerrone cost us. So if we have to send Phil again, we'll just write another purchase order and we'll just deduct that much more.
Okay.
Right. It's yes. I mean, we'll bring that up. I mean, if I went out there and it wasn't substantially different than the last time I was out there, we would just, we would pull the stop on the bus and say, listen, we're getting off for right now until you decide that you're going to do it correctly, and give us the update on that expected date. You're not getting a dime until then, and we're holding the money, so they're the ones that need to respond, not us. We're not the bad guy here. We contracted for work. They're not finishing the work, and it's not a negotiation. So it's just unfortunate that we're doing it through attorneys. It's not usually this difficult.
No, I know. But the attorney has gone on record, the town attorney to New England Glass Farmers attorney, to say, we are charging you now for any extra time required by our architect to make these continuous inspections, something to that effect.
I'm not 100% cognizant of the town attorney's dialogue with New England Glass Armor's attorney, but he is the one voice for the town talking to to the contractor and their lawyer. So that when we have our next conference call, we'll make sure that we bring the desire of the building committee. Well, we brought it up before, so I don't know if he's gotten any type of indication that they'll live up to that. But I'm in agreement with you. We shouldn't have had to bring the architect back again. I'm in full agreement with you.
Yeah, I mean, if this is it and it finally gets done, fine. But we just have no assurance of that. So I just saying from whatever point on, whether it includes this extra purchase order or going forward from here or whatever, I just think it needs to go on the record somewhere between the attorneys that that's the plan. So I mean, when you've got to have some backup, if we deduct it from their final payment, you can't just do it, right, without giving them notice of that.
Yeah, correct. That is correct.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to beat it up. I just wanted to.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm going to make a motion to pay Phil Cerone's. I think I already did, but I'll make it again just for clarity. In the amount of $1,850. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. I think everybody voted aye. Motion carried. And that's it for school safety. And let's move on to Osborne Hill, okay? And kind of like the same drill. Sal, you want to kick it off for us, please?
Well, you know what? Since we have an architect on this job that we're paying good money, and he's called in, I'm going to introduce Tom Hibbert, our project architect for the Osborne Hill roof, and I'll let him run through the update on where we stand right now. Tom.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, well,
you're on.
Speak. Oh, okay. Tom Hibbert, Hibbert & Rose Architects. I did speak with Steve Daigle this afternoon, and all the materials have been delivered as of this afternoon. I had trouble getting the materials here, so in terms of roofing, it's been a little bit slow getting started, but all the roof trains are installed, and they have removed the windows. At least 3 of the windows. I was there last Thursday for the new windows. We have to shorten up the windows and increase the brick on the exterior of the building for flashing heights. There was also a window in the kitchen that we're removing and we're going to pick up. It was actually above the ceiling, so it wasn't even visible from the interior. So we have to raise the flashing over there. So we're just going to remove the window completely and brick it up. It's not even, like I said, visible from inside. Tomorrow they will be on-site roofing. They're going to start above the library. It'll be a short day. It won't take a lot of roof. It's their first day on site. Plus, there are rain showers predicted, or thunderstorms for the afternoon. So I anticipate it'll probably only take a small section of roof, maybe 1,500 square feet or so, as it is their first day, and they are expecting rain in the afternoon. They intend to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, again, there's thunderstorms predicted for the afternoon, so that will probably be a shortened work day. They expect the mason to be on site this week to start, raising the brick and block on those windows in the cafetorium, and they also expect the welder to be on site to raise the gas piping on the roof. So that's where we stand for this week in terms of progress.
And this is Sal. Just to add into that, the gas company is going to shut off the gas to the building tomorrow. Discussions with the contractor is the gas pipe raising relocation work is about 3 days. Then they'll need a building department inspection, and then we can call the gas company to turn the building back on. We're in summer cleaning, so the hot water, believe it or not, is not necessary for the products that we use. So we're in good shape right now.
Sal, if I could interject here, the welding that's being done, at the very minimum, whoever that welder is, I want to see some certification.
That's one of the submittals that they'll have to give to Tom. Yes. I hear you, Tom.
Yeah.
I hear you,
Rich. Yeah. It's going to it's a very critical weld, for sure. Yeah.
Sure thing.
Okay. Anybody have anything further or would like to direct a question to the architect at this point? Okay. I think I was going to have Gerald give us a monetary update on where we stand with the project.
So the project budget, including state funding, was approximately $1.4 million. We have encumbrances of $950,268. So it leaves us an available balance of $444,763.
Okay. On this brickwork and such, is that going to cost us a little bit more money as an extra or a change order?
No, that's included in the design, Rich.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right. Even though even though the windows in this. Oh, all right, fine.
Yeah, it was a design with the new energy code that the insulation thicknesses are higher, and the flashing height got smaller underneath the windows, up high in the APR. If you've been there for an RTM meeting, you might have looked up there while you were bored with the dialogue going on at the particular moment. So those windows are being shortened, and the blockwork's being raised so that we maintain minimum flashing heights. And that was all in Mr. Hibbard's design.
Good.
Yes, all that work is included in the base bid.
All right. I think we have some invoices that we must review and take a look at. Does everybody have the invoices, or
yes,
or no?
Yes.
I didn't hear any response.
Yes, I said yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the invoices are a little. The final amount that's actually only owed is $460.80. So if you have reviewed the invoice and understand or see what's actually owed, there's a lot of stuff to peruse, if you will, but the bottom line is what I just said. So
the balance.
I recommend that we. Pardon me?
Do we just pay the balance to 460?
Right. Yeah. So
I'm
going to make a motion to approve Howard and Rose's Architects invoice number 2020-12-2. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. We'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Sounds like everybody voted aye. Is that right?
Yep.
Jennifer?
Yes.
Okay. Motion carried. That's all that I want to talk about. Does anybody else have anything that they wish to talk about? The architect did submit additional information on the AIA document. It's pretty plain clear what's on there. Looks okay to me. If you will have it there, maybe take a look, but there's really nothing to do on it at this particular point.
Don't we have another invoice for Hibbert and Rose?
Yeah, don't we have one from the contractor?
I thought we had one
for
my...
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
For $220.80.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it up now. Yeah.
I believe that there, and Gerald can jump in, I believe there were 2 invoices for the architect and 1 invoice for the contractor.
Yep, the second one for Hibbert and Rosa was for mileage.
Yeah, I only have one for Hibbert and Rosa.
Right. So the Hibbert and Rosa. This is Gerald Foley. The Hibbert and Rosa one is there was an invoice for mileage, and then there's an invoice. It was listed on the G703 document. There was for phase 1 there was an additional billing. So the mileage was bear with me. Mileage was $220.80, and then there was some phase 1 work, which was $240. So those two numbers combined give you the $460.80.
Okay.
But it was all combined on one single invoice. So it's invoice plus backup.
Thanks for clearing that up for me.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah,
but there was a second.
A little confusing.
Right, but there's a second invoice from Commercial Roofing and Contracting. So they're the contractor that we've hired for Osborne Hill.
Right.
So that one, the amount of the purchase order that we issued was $943,000 even, and we have it's an AIA submittal from Commercial Roofing and Contracting, and the amount that is requested is $300,912.50. So it's $300,912.50, and we have got it's been signed by the contractor, and it's been signed off by the project architect.
Yeah, it's item number 6.
Yeah, and also the handwritten.
Yeah, most of it is the materials, which you said are all on the site. So.
Right.
That's the bulk of it, right? Mobilization and the roof drains.
Correct. Yeah, so there was a portion of the bill was for payment and performance bond. We have mobilization, we have roofing material for roof drains, and then for new windows.
Okay, and Mr. Hibbert is here, right? So his project architect has signed off, so they feel this is a valid number?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm going to make a recommendation that the amount of $300,912.50 on document number AIA G. What is that? 702.
702.
Yeah.
And then there's an invoice number on there too. I can read it if you want me to.
Yeah, read it. I don't see
You
it.
could application number 1. You could just use that if you want.
Right. So
Right.
it's application number 1. Has a date on it of 7/24/20.
7/24. Right.
Right, and then the invoice number is 02341.
Oh, I see it. Okay. And
Right,
that's
so
all.
kind of in the middle of the top portion.
Okay.
Do you need me to reread the number, the amount owed?
No,
300.
we got it.
Got it.
9/12/50.
All right, so
Second
I'll
the
just
motion.
continue with
Seconded.
it's G702
Second the
dated 7/20.
Second the motion.
Okay. Any further conversation? Anybody? All right, hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve AIA document G702 and the data included therein. Do I have a second? Do all in favor?
Second
Aye.
the motion.
Aye.
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 All right. Motion carried. I think that's it. I don't have anything further on the agenda that I know of. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I hope the architects have voted on that too, as well.
Thank you, everybody. Great meeting.
Be safe, everybody. Be safe.
You too. Take care.
Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jennifer, when you get a chance, give me a call.
Who's that for?
Jennifer.
Okay. Thanks. And you give me a call.
I'm going to give you a call, too.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.